lot of huge age gap relationships in Hollywood and entertainment these days, and the one that's going viral right now is a relationship between Toby Maguire and Lily Chi. He's 50, she's 20. Is it weird? Let's talk about it.
Yeah, you better. Yeah, you better.
Guys, before we get into today's video, please like and subscribe and comment your initial thoughts on this age gap relationship before we get through this video, because I want to see if your thoughts change over time as we talk about this. Now, as I said, this relationship is Toby Maguire and Lily Chi. You'll probably know Toby Maguire as he starred in all the different Spider-Man films, Brothers, Boss Baby, The Great Gatsby, Babylon. He's got a laundry list of movies that he's been involved in. He's now dating 20-year-old model and actress Lily Chi. This started going viral as the couple was photographed at Michael Rubin's white party in the Hamptons, a huge celebrity party that happens every year where everybody wears white. So there's Toby Maguire and Lily Chi, and of course a lot of people have a lot to say, considering Toby Maguire is 50 years old, Lily Chi is 20, and Toby Maguire has a daughter who's 17. Does that make it weird yet? Is this a shock to me? Absolutely not. We see this a lot, especially in Hollywood and entertainment, with men who reach a certain status level. And Toby Maguire is notably really good friends with Leonardo DiCaprio, and we all know Leonardo DiCaprio's dating history. As soon as they hit 25, they age out of consideration for him.
Zendaya just turned 26 last week. Happy birthday, happy birthday. 26 is a weird age in Hollywood. I mean, you're young enough to play a high school student, but you're too old to date Leonardo DiCaprio.
And I guess we all are a little bit of our friends, because now we have Toby Maguire dating a 20-year-old. And of course, a lot of people have a lot to say about this. They're calling him creepy, weird, predatory, saying this is a disgusting relationship. And then on the other hand, you have people defending him, saying that he is a man of status, this is totally reasonable and understandable, and that most men would go for a woman of this age and of this likeness if they had the opportunity to. Myron Gaines tweeted this in defense of Toby Maguire. It's hilarious how women are so angry at men dating women in their prime, early 20s. Newsflash, there's a reason you guys call it Forever 21 and not Forever 31. He kind of ate with that, I'm not gonna lie, but let's see if he has a point here. The lack of self-awareness that your value is determined by your age is ridiculous. Women themselves say they want older men, so don't cry when it actually happens. So I gotta admit, Myron does have a little bit of a point here. I guess there is a reason why they call it Forever 21 and not 31. We all know as women that our prime is in our 20s. These are our childbearing years. These are our years when we're typically seen as being the most beautiful, and it makes sense that men are attracted to us in these prime years. He points out a lack of self-awareness that women have when it comes to their value, and he states that their value is determined by their age. I can agree with this to a certain extent. I understand that when you're out on the dating market, your age is a significant variable when you're going out and trying to find a suitor or someone to marry. We of course have a biological clock that is ticking constantly, and we have a range of our peak attractiveness. I'm just gonna be frank and say that. So yeah, it's no surprise that a 50-year-old Toby Maguire is attracted to a 20-year-old woman, but soon we're gonna talk about acting on that attraction. And I should make it clear, again, that Toby Maguire is not the only one who has acted on this attraction. He's friends with Leonardo DiCaprio, but we also have other relationships to sort of mix into the pot here. Dennis Quaid married a woman much younger than him. Bill Belichick is now going viral as a 72-year-old who is dating a 24-year-old, and the list goes on and on and on of age gap relationships within Hollywood and entertainment. There are even some with women who are dating significantly younger men. Aaron Taylor Johnson's a great example. And of course, with these relationships being in the limelight, they are going to get criticized. So for a moment, let's hear from the critics. Here's a TikTok going around about Toby Maguire's current situation.
Because Toby Maguire is a pervert. Let's just call a spade here. Like, yes, he's rich and white and famous. Would I say he's cute? No, he has some like Gollum-like tendencies, but you know, and in any other universe, a 50-year-old man who was with a 20-year-old girl is a creep and a pervert. If you were a 20-year-old girl, hot girl out with your friends on the train and some 50-year-old man comes and sits near you and is like trying to pick one of you guys up, he's a creep and a pervert, right? Like if you're out with your girlfriends at a bar and some 50-year-old man is like trying to pick one of y'all up, he is a creep and a pervert, unless you got some game established, you know? And like for most girls, it's like, get some free drinks out of him. But if your game is a little bit elevated, it may be, you know, strategize an apartment, a car, a credit card, some beach house vacations and, you know, some plans from now until New Year's. The streets are saying that his daughter is like 17 years old, which means that if this girl's 20 and his daughter's 17, they could have been playing like JV high school soccer on the same fucking team. Anyway, I didn't know who she was until yesterday. And like what I'm seeing on the app in terms of like stories about her being a monumental mean girl, allegedly, but also like her own content and the like fucking brain rot, coquette, Lolita shit. I mean, she's playing to the right audience, I guess. I think that shit is weird. But whatever. Anyway, Toby, as I know him, is for the streets. I remember like when he first got divorced a couple years ago, 10 years ago at this point, he was like out in the streets like 2 weeks after the divorce was finalized.
And this is about the baseline for a lot of the criticism that Toby Maguire and other celebrities are receiving when it comes to their age gap relationships. And it's understandable. I understand both sides in this case. I'm gonna rip the band-aid off here and tell you guys what you already know, I think, is that most men have this attraction to younger women. And if given the opportunity to have a younger woman, they'd probably go for it. The Toby Maguire's, Leonardo DiCaprio's, and Bill Belichick's find themselves in a unique position, being men of status, and it's sort of unlocked a world of opportunity for them that they now get to utilize. And I'll talk about how I view this as a woman, because I can only talk with my female brain that I have. I break these men who date younger women into like two camps. The first camp is arrested development. These men never really developed intellectually or emotionally enough, and they find a sort of same wavelength among younger women, and older women probably don't put up with a lot of the BS that they bring towards relationships, so they gravitate towards younger. Plus, they get the benefit of being with somebody who they are largely attracted to. The second camp is men that have unlocked status, fame, money, something that young women want, and they've used that to unlock a new world, and they're choosing to engage with these women because they're sexually attracted to them. Consider them trophy girlfriends. These are largely transactional relationships. The man gets the younger woman who he's very much attracted to, and she gets whatever status she came into the relationship seeking. And while I know these girls are younger, in looking at Lily Chee's content, it's very clear to see. I tried to look up her social media. I found a YouTube channel. The last time she posted was 2 years ago, and listen to what she says.
Hi guys! Oh, I'm so nervous right now. My heart is pounding out of my chest. I have one more exam to take, and then I'm done with the school year.
Done with the school year? She's 20 years old. This was 2 years ago. Is she talking about the end of high school? My eyes twitching. While she is very young, clearly, she is also choosing at an adult age to enter into what is clearly a transactional relationship. And while she may not have all the mental facilities to make that choice for herself, I think she knows what she's doing. At the end of the day, this is really like worthless drama, but we can ask ourselves a few questions. Is this natural? Yes. Is it legal? Yes. Is this a transactional relationship where both parties are getting something out of it? Probably, but does it still make you feel a little weird or sad somehow? For me, yes. And we can be people who are led by those base instincts, and in a lot of ways, these men and sometimes women are. Pretty, shiny, beautiful, young thing. I want that. I'm attracted to that. Let's go for that. And they're not really asking themselves deeper questions. Is this going to fulfill me? Is this going to lead to a prosperous life? Are there things more important than having the shiny trophy girlfriend? Instead, they are led by the base desire. And a lot of men might see this and think, yay for Toby Maguire. I see him being cheered on a lot on the internet. Others may look down on him, and I'm gonna be honest, for a lot of them, it's because they simply don't have the opportunity that he has to date a 20-year-old woman. And I'm sure there are many other perspectives, but then there's another group of people that maybe recognizes these, shall we call them, evolutionary pulls towards these type of relationships, and decides that maybe there's something more to life. Maybe, just maybe, it'd be more fulfilling, or if not more fulfilling, better for you and everyone involved, that you date somebody near your age. Doesn't even have to be that near your age, just maybe not 30 years difference. And maybe you build a family, create a strong little unit, and work towards a life that is not just constantly appealing towards your base instincts and appetites. And that doesn't mean that we have to deny that those instincts and appetites exist. We all have these sort of hedonistic ideas and thoughts that pop into our minds. Think of drugs or junk food or sex in this case. But at some point we recognize that while we may feel these things, we don't always have to act on them. In fact, most times it's within our best interest to not. And if you can restrain yourself and look for something outside of it, you might just find a healthier, better version of you and your life. And while on the outside, these Toby Maguire, Leonardo DiCaprio and Bill Belichick lives might look pretty glamorous and fun, especially for men who want these opportunities, I think you'll find that when you live them, they're really not that great at all. The man behind the curtain is almost never the man you thought he was gonna be. And for the ladies, especially the young ones who think you're gonna get something out of these relationships, I know being a sugar baby is a big thing these days. Sometimes the humiliation and judgment that you will endure in these relationships is not worth the status, fame, or money that you receive on the back end. It's rumored that Leonardo DiCaprio has to have headphones on full blast while engaging in you-know-what with the women he hangs out with. You want to deal with that? At the end of the day, these people are gonna do what they're gonna do, and more often than not, it's each other, especially in Hollywood. But we can take moments like this to ask ourselves some questions. Why do these relationships exist? Is there something evolutionary behind them? Should I judge them? Do I find this weird? If I do, why do I find it weird? And the curiosity at the end of the day is the most fun part for me. So yeah, I'm just thinking about what this says about them, what it says about society at large, and I'm finding some interesting points, but I would love to hear yours in the comments down below. Let me know how you feel about this. As always, if you disagree with anything I said in this video, duke it out, but do so respectfully. I'm always open to changing my mind on some things. Guys, and if you like this video, like, subscribe, click the notification bell to be notified every single time I post a video for you guys, which is every day, and I'll see you next time.
Yeah, you better. Yeah, you better.